Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video. In this new video on Freecad, we are going to see how you can use some drawing tool and start with a sketch workbench. Extremely useful. So to use the sketch workbench, we are going to start here. We use Start Workbench. So whether you can directly go on sketch like that, whether you have the possibility to go on part design, and in this example you can create a body like this, and then you can create a sketch, select a plane and enter in the sketch option. I'm going to select in this example the XY plane, validate, and we can start here just like that. I can use show grid, git snapping option just like this. If you like my video, don't hesitate, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also let likes on the videos, and if you are interested by more on Freecad, this software to convert any 2D project in 3 dimensions, everything is on the first link on the description. This is a complete course that I propose, a lot of hours. There are also a lot of trainings in this course, so if really you want to master the main features of Freecad, everything is on the first link on the description with my complete course. So let's start. If the first thing that you need to do when you start with sketch, to create a sketch, is to take a glance on the left. First, you can find auto remove redundant, auto update. I can advise you generally to keep this, it's better. After, you can display a grid, so show grid like that. And if you display the grid, you have the possibility to change the size of your subdivision. So you can change the size of your division just like this. If really you need to edit more features, you can go on edit, preferences. You can directly apply display, and thanks to not display, you can go directly on sketcher here, and you can find general, show grid, grid snapping option. If you want to have this every time when you start, it is possible. You just need to check, for example. And you can also change directly the grid size directly from this panel. After to do this work, you can continue. You have a system of constraints. So every time when you draw something with one of these drawing tools, you will have constraint directly appears on this part. So first things to do. I want to create, for example, a rectangle. I can click on create rectangle. If I use my grid, show grid, snap to grid, I can, for example, just create a rectangle like this. Because it is a rectangle, I have constraint. Even if I have auto constraint, if I don't click on auto constraint, I remove my rectangle. You just press escape. Here you remove everything, just come back on my sketch. Yes, just like this. So I can select all the rectangle and press delete on the keyboard. If I create a line and I don't use auto constraint, I can create a line like this. I don't have any constraint on this line. As you can see on the left, no constraint. If I create a rectangle, this print, for example, to this print, I'm going to have constraint even if I don't use auto constraint, for the simple reason that when you have a rectangle, it is logical. You have something horizontally like this. So you have the constraint here, vertically here, and you have also all the print are linked each other. So this is why we have also a constraint coincident. At any moment, you can press escape and you can have access to your cursor. You can create a selection of, for example, a line, or you can select a print to activate different constraints. Let's create a frame of selection, select everything, and press delete. So you have multiple tools that you can use. You can, for example, create a line, just like this, or you can create a polyline also. I'm going to activate auto constraint, now it's better. and I can create multiple lines, just like this. And for example, close. After you can create, for example, circle. I can go on this corner, take this print, create a circle. You can also create, for example, just an arc, center, and end print. And I want to create, for example, a half circle on this area. I can select the center print just here, take this line, and I can go on this area. So you can make a lot of things with these different tools. You have also very interesting tools like, for example, you can find trim edge. So it means with trim edge, these tools, you can, for example, delete an edge. I can delete that, delete that to have just one entity like this. Extremely important, when after you want to create an extrusion, you need to have just one entity. If, for example, I add a line like this, it's not going to work properly. I can also click on this area and remove this part, just like that. And I could continue. You have, for example, these tools, fillet. And if I wanted to add a rounded corner here, I click on the tool first, fillet, and I can go left click on this line, and I can create a rounded corner, as you can see. And after, if I want, I can just move, or I can enter a value here on this area and click on constraint arc or circle, and why not to apply, for example, 4, just like this. But I need to be careful, but I can activate another constraint on this line, like, for example, vertical constraint, just like that, here. So this is the type of things that you can use with these different tools. You can also create a B-spline. So it means you can create multiple points like this. And thanks to that, if, for example, I just close on this part, after you have multiple curves using B-spline. It is extremely useful. If you press Escape, you can have access to your cursor, and you can, for example, select one of the gray print, like this gray print, and you can drag and move the print. Here I have the snapping option. I need to remove that, and remove show grid also. And I can, for example, drag and move the print, or drag and move this print also, just like this. So this is how you can create a B-spline. Let's select all this B-spline and press delete, just like that. You can also enter dimension. So every time when you create something, for example, if I create a rectangle on this area, I can enter dimension. I can press Escape first to deselect everything, and I can click on horizontal distance, click on this line, and I can enter a value. Why not to type 60? Click on OK. And I can, after, click on constraint vertical distance, click on this line, and I can activate, for example, 30 and just validate, just like that. So now, after you will be able to make a lot of things when you create your sketch, I'm going to select all these elements, press delete. So if I use this reference sketch that I just have created, it's not a specific object, it was just for the example, I can click on close. And now you can see my sketch in the part design mode. And I can create an extrusion, for example. I can click on the sketch, task, pad. Or I can click here, pad, it is just an extrusion. And I can create an extrusion just like this. For example, let's apply 20. After, if I want to create a sketch on a face, it is possible. I can click on this face, create a sketch, and I can make what I want. One more time, activate, for example, grid snapping options. And I can, for example, create a line from this print to this print. And then I can create an arc, center and print, and go on this print, create an arc, just like this. After, I can click on close. I have a second sketch directly on this face. I can click models, and now this is a sketch 001. If I go on task, I can create, for example, pad, so another extrusion. But if I click on cancel, I can also select the sketch, go on task, and create a pocket just like this. If I change the type for throw all, I can create a all just like that here. We are going to stop here. It was just how you can start with a sketch option. So each time you can select a plane, or you can just select a face. Here I can change the plane if I wanted. Each time you can activate grid, constraint. If you need, you can have a list of constraints on this area, and you can use these drawing tools. And I will show you that you can after use the different constraints. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The complete course is available on the first link on the description. If you need to have a great structure to learn Freecad, if you need to have a lot of hours of training course, if you need to master part design, master parts in the best condition, this is in my complete course, and you have this on the first link on the description. For our next video on Freecad, see you. Ciao, ciao.